can tell you when I first met you.
I mean, at least since 2011.
Wrong.
2010?
Wrong.
Earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, football.
Oh.
We played football. We played in the Panthers.
Pee-wees.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Pee-wee football
Yeah.
together. That's crazy.
When you had a birthday party, you should start recording now if it's not. Yeah. You had a birthday party when you're like when we were playing football together, and in your basement you had like an apple bobbing contest.
I remember that.
That's fucking memory.
I guess. I don't, yeah.
See, you probably don't remember it.
I don't.
And I think you lived over by
Black Angel.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was over on the other side of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's... God, I cannot believe I had that kind of memory.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot
Anyhow,
of my childhood.
This is our little kitchen questionnaire thing. I wrote down a few questions that I wanted to ask Forrest that I didn't ask in there. The first one I wanted to ask you about is depression kind of like a market or a style of music nowadays?
I think like I think there are bands that use it as a market, and then there's bands or artists or bands or whatever. I think there's artists and bands that use it as a market and actually like style their sound and content towards pushing towards that and capitalizing on that. But then also I do think that there has been a wave of artists and bands that just are expressing themselves in more of like a raw way and just talking about how they feel and not really like metaphorizing it or anything like that, and it's just kind of just straight to the point.
Yeah, would you say like Lil Peep is the type, or was the type of artist who kind of...
So if you listen to Lil Peep, to me personally, like I like Peep and I've listened to him, but he really doesn't have like that side of music. It's a lot about partying and stuff like that, and it's like kind of like he does it honestly in a more metaphorical way to kind of express that sadness. It's not this like I want to die, right? It's like he actually does, like it's more blended in there. Like if you listen to a Peep song, listen to the lyrical content, it's not always super sad. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I have people that are like, well, you just don't get it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, it's not that sad to me. Like,
I don't think people delve into lyricism anymore as much as they should.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, if you were to delve into any of the lyricism of, like, Deathwish's stuff, or even, like, some of the poppy rap stuff I've done, like, my lyricism's always very, like, constructed.
Right.
And, yeah, I don't think people like that attention grab. They like that hook, or that little piece that's like, oh yeah, I can hear that. I understand that the enunciation is very clear, and I know the rhythm's very easy to sing along to.
It's like why a band like Attila gets attention compared to a band with great lyricism such as Silent Planet.
Yeah, or like, I mean, Circus Survive. Like, look at that. Like, they're huge, but they aren't like as big as like some other bands that are very similar, right? So like, I don't know, things like that. Like, and Circus Survive has like amazing. Anthony Green's like one of the best in the game. Yeah, hands down. Like, there's not even any question in my mind. But yeah,
it's definitely a market. I think so.
I mean, I think there is a market for it, and I do think there are artists and bands that capitalize on that market, and I do think there are people and listeners that want music that talks about mental health. Yeah. And things like that, because it's not even depression. I mean, like, for example, like Deathwish's music, I'm talking a lot about just like my anxiety and stuff in general. I'm not ever really I'm not really ever talking about like depression. I'm just talking more of like just my anxiety issues, and just, it's really, honestly, it all stems from that. Like, the depression I get stems from my general anxiety disorder and things like that.
I think people just need to take some more time and maybe look into lyrics, read, understand it more.
Yeah, I definitely, like, I know, like, yeah, there's so many cool, like, it sucks because we do a lot of cool stuff in our lyrics, and then also, like, I know with the Shared Trauma LP, like, the title and then, like, the imagery we used on that is, like, so the imagery is actually the images of real dead bodies that were found from the Dyatlov Pass incident. So, like, the whole theme of the album and then the title of the album, the imagery on the album, all ties together. So like
Gotcha.
if you were to like delve super deep into like what shared trauma is all about, like everything in there ties. So
There we go.
yeah.
Now you have something to study. So study it. Find them. Facebook, YouTube,
Deathwish
Spotify.
Omaha on everything. So if you just look up Deathwish Omaha, except maybe on Spotify, but
Yeah, don't.
yeah,
look at
yeah,
it.
Deathwish Omaha on any like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then Deathwish, Shared Trauma, Death Dogs. Those are 2 albums we got out. So
Sick. We out.
all right.
Peace.
Only thing we have is sorrow and hate. Keep it